Hey everybody, I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and you're on the lifeboat. And this one, people, the details on this are sketchy at best, but there are, pardon me, again, it's probably from that fish. So it tore me up. Information on this has been really sketchy, and the reason is, hello, Bizzle. The reason it is because of how this went down. Whilst someone was on a telephone call talking to somebody from the lifeboat, a longtime crew member of the lifeboat, that individual started to sound unable to speak clearly, and it was getting progressively worse. The slurring was getting progressively worse. He wasn't making a tremendous amount of sense, and the person on the phone couldn't get any response out of him anymore. No, that individual did not hang up because, right, you're terrified, but they stayed on long enough to hear the paramedics come and pick him up and take him out of the house. So basically, what it looks like, what we have is another overdose. Maybe a great one. Maybe the kind that people survive. Right, those are the great ones. And if they got to him while he was still, halfway home, then we should be able to. They should be able to take care of him, depending on the substance. Like if it's nitazines, like if they're doing phytonitazines and stuff like that, you got a decent chance of somebody ODing in an emergency room, which is absolutely just frightening as hell to me. But it's a reality. Sometimes they're in there just giving them one after another, after another, after another of Narcan. And then 30 minutes later, you're going to have to do the exact same thing all over again because the crap's got about a 4-hour half-life. And the, 4 hours of this just going to sit in there and park. And it's one of those drugs that Narcan doesn't last long enough on. And you kind of go back and do it all over again. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But we're not exactly sure what this is. But I think we would be remiss if I did not come on here and say, I don't care what you do. There are a lot of people on here who pray, and there are a lot of people on here who send positive vibes or messages, or they just think about the individual, light a candle, do what you do. But this is a member of the boat that's been on here a really long time, and he keeps all of us laughing on a pretty regular basis. Right? He's the lifeboat resident comedian. So these thoughts and prayers are for seventh son. Yeah. Well, V, now you know who it is. Yeah. So this one's been a kick in the junk. I was going to say actually, but yeah, I guess the teeth. Yeah, me too, Crystal. I'm glad that you are, and me too. Oh my. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. That's no. That's the reason we're here for thoughts and prayers is because, to the best of my knowledge, they were talking to him and they picked him up, and that's a really good sign, right? Oh, Allie, I'm sorry that you got. This is a tough one to catch. In fact, it's your second one ever. If the first one you caught was 2 days ago, this is an absolute nightmare. But thoughts and prayers, people. I mean, I could not be more concerned. Wow. You know what? There are people on this boat. There are people on this boat at the top shelf. I have the name of the hospital that he's at. He's coughing, hacking. He's still in the ambulance on the way there. They've ordered lab work and a CAT scan, and he is very difficult to understand. So, Not exactly sure what it is, people. Um, but he takes a lot of medication for the very legitimate things, but it's kind of frightening. Anytime there's that much medication laying around the house, it's always a scary thing. His substance of choice, he's been very, very open and honest about it, has been alcohol, and he's struggled a bit. But in the last 2 years, I think he probably drank twice. He's been fairly successful. He beats himself up pretty bad about it when that happens. But so at least we know that he's on his way. He's still in the ambulance, and I'm telling you, the people on the boat. The ambulance apparently is parked outside the hospital. They just haven't brought him inside yet. So how good is that? That would be AA. Thank you very much for the research and for the effort. Apparently, you started at the correct side of the of the list of names. That's pretty impressive, actually. Let me see something here, people. Yeah, it's a this is a really painful thing, and
It's a sleep stealer. Over and over.
it's definitely a sleep stealer, and it's a roller coaster. Yesterday was really really tough because of last 2 days because of losing somebody, and now you think you lost another, and you get the hope that they're going to be able to help them, but it's this is tough, folks. This is really really tough, man. And if you're out there and you're struggling with addiction, look, for the love of God, man. Everything out there can kill you. Everything out there can kill you. Reach out to a professional, right? Talk to some of the peer people here. Talk to individuals who are pulling in the same direction, right? Make contact with people. Connect. I'm going to be honest, people. Connecting with me is going to become, and I apologize, I really do. But even the people I talk to have been saying, you know what? You need to pump the brakes. So, prayers, people. One last shot, huh? This one hurts in a really big way. 7th has been here since I'm talking about day 2 or 3. 1 second. Yeah, you know what? Sadly, relapse is part of recovery. It's a crap part of recovery. But if you're journaling and you're working through it, sometimes you get that great relapse. You get that relapse where it all comes together, like the last one that I had. All of the light bulbs came on, and everything made sense for the first time, and that was it. Haven't touched it since, but I needed that relapse. But I do understand what you're saying, especially you're just walking in the front door. You're 5 days sober, and they're already telling you, well, the old relapse is just part of it, so don't feel bad. I agree with you. It makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to get some rest, people. I'll probably be calling this hospital all night, realistically. But I'm going to try to get some rest because it's just been a rough couple of days. But I do want you to thoughts and prayers, please, for 7. Right? Please. Tommy. That's a cat. And he needs prayers. God bless.